Hi, welcome to our electromagnetic theory course. In today's class, we will discuss one of the important topic in our electromagnetic theory. The topic is nothing but Ampere's circuital law, or else it is known as Ampere's law. Okay, every law has its own statement. This Ampere's circuit law states that the line integral of magnetic field intensity around a closed path, the line integral of magnetic field intensity around a closed path is equal to current enclosed by that path. Current enclosed by that path. Once again, I am repeating that statement. The line integral of magnetic field intensity around a closed path is equal to current enclosed by that path. Okay, I will write that statement here. The line integral of magnetic field intensity, magnetic field intensity around a closed path, around a closed path is equal to current enclosed by that path. Current enclosed by that path. So this is the statement of the Ampere's circuital law. Okay, the line integral of magnetic field intensity around a closed path is equal to current enclosed by that path only. Okay, mathematically it can be written as, we know that line integral of magnetic field intensity is represented by H. Okay, the line integral of magnetic field intensity means what? H dl. Okay, it is a vector quantity. This one is also a vector quantity. It is equal to what? Current enclosed by that path means it is what? I enclosed. But here we need to remember one thing. The line integral of magnetic field intensity around a closed path means we need to take what? Closed path or else closed line integral like this. Okay, this law is symmetrical to what? Gauss law. Gauss law states that what? That is integral d dot ds is equal to what? Q enclosed. Means what? That is psi equal to Q enclosed. This one is nothing but what? The total electric flux through a closed surface. This one is the total electric flux through a closed surface is equal to the charge enclosed by that volume. Okay, so here this one relates what? Finally, if you simplify this one, we will get what? Del dot D equal to rho V. Here we will use divergence theorem to relate closed surface and volume. We know that closed surface defines open volume. Similarly, closed line defines what? Open surface. Okay, here this can be represented in terms of the what? Okay, in order to get this Q, okay, in order to get this del dot D equal to rho V, from this Q should be written in terms of the volume charge density. Similarly, here also that current should be written in terms of what? Current density. Okay, we know the current density definition. Okay, basically it is represented by J. So flux density, flux per unit surface area, current density, current per unit surface area means current per unit surface area, that is I by S. Okay, if this surface area changes, this current flowing through this surface area is also changes. So that's why di by ds. It indicates what? If this area changes, current passing through that area is also changes. That's why J can be written as what? J equal to di by ds. From this we can write di, that means current is a scalar quantity, J is the vector quantity, and this differential surface area is also vector quantity. So that's why a scalar quantity can be written as what? Dot product of two vectors. Clear? Now we can go for di. Apply integration on both sides, we will get what? If I apply integration on left hand side, that one integration differentiation cancelled out, we will get what? I equal to what? Integral j dot ds. Okay, this is what mathematical statement of this Ampere's circuit law, that is I equal to integral j dot ds. Let us take this one as what? Equation 1. Substitute in 1, substitute I in 1, we will get what? That is integral h dot dl. I can be written as what? Integral j dot ds. J dot ds. What I said, closed line defines the open surface. Here I have closed line integral, here I have open surface integral. In order to get the relation, we need to convert this closed line integral to surface integral by applying what? Stokes theorem. Apply Stokes theorem to LHS of the above equation. Apply Stokes theorem to LHS of above equation. LHS of above equation. If I apply Stokes theorem to LHS of above equation, we will get this line integral becomes what? Surface integral. Basically Stokes theorem is used to convert line integral into surface integral, and this vector becomes curl of that vector, that is del cross h dot ds. Del cross h dot ds is equal to integral j dot ds. J dot ds. From this, here surface integral cancelled out. Finally we will get remaining thing, that means if I equate on left hand side, what I have? Del cross h is equal to j. So this is the what? Maxwell's equation, one of the Maxwell's equation in differential form. In integral form, this is the integral form. Okay, it is Maxwell's equation in integral form. In integral form. And what about this? This is the same Maxwell's equation in differential form. This is what I will write this one here. So Maxwell's equation in differential form. Okay, here I have a space problem, that's why it is what? Maxwell's equation in differential form. Maxwell's equation in differential form. Okay, I have this space problem, that's why I wrote here like this. Okay, sorry for this one. And Maxwell's equation in integral form. Okay, in this class what we have discussed? Ampere's circuit law statement. What is the statement? The line integral of magnetic field intensity around a closed path is equal to current enclosed by that path. So mathematically we can write, the above statement can be written as what? Mathematically, that is integral h dot dl equal to I enclosed. So let us take this as equation 1. Next we have current density. Flux density is defined as what? Flux per unit surface area. Surface charge density is defined as what? Charge per unit surface area. So similar to that, current density is defined as what? Current per unit surface area. If this area changes, current passing through that area is also changes. That's why J can be defined as what? Current density is represented by J. So that is J bar equal to di by ds. Basically it is a vector quantity. But we know that current is a scalar quantity. That is di equal to what? Integral J dot ds. Apply integration on both sides. Now simplify, and for this equation apply Stokes theorem, we will get a relation like this, that is del cross h equal to j. From this Ampere circuit law we can conclude that del cross h equal to j, it is one of the Maxwell's equation, can be derived from what? Ampere's circuit law. Okay, in the next class we will discuss inconsistency in Ampere's circuit law. Okay, there is a inconsistency in Ampere's circuit law. Okay, to validate this law, we need to add some more parameter on right hand side of this equation. That means what? We need to modify this equation, or else that law is known as what? Modified Ampere's circuit law. In next class we will discuss about that modified Ampere circuit law, or else inconsistency in Ampere's circuit law. Okay, this is all about this lecture. We will meet in next lecture. Thank you.